right. All right, let me go through my checklist. Start by bringing this mic closer. All right. And do the old mic check. 1 second, folks. DJ, what's good? Okay, so your comment didn't show up in speech chat for whatever reason, DJ, but how you doing, my guy? See you putting in a little bit more time on LeMans Ultimate. I hope you really getting the hang of LeMans Ultimate, and I hope you are enjoying that game enough that you work it into your lineup. So, folks, I'm a little bit late getting started because I kind of been entertaining myself this morning looking at some of the videos or lack thereof. What's up, sneaking in for a minute at work? Okay, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. So, yeah, this morning I've been entertaining myself watching videos or lack thereof videos of the news that the PlayStation PC, I don't know if I even want to use the word exclusive, Helldivers 2. That game was only available on PlayStation and PC. You know, the fanboys use the Helldivers 2 situation whenever it fit their narrative, but most of the units sold were on PC. I think it sold 5 million on PS5 and 7 million on PC. Well, it was announced yesterday by the developers themselves that this game is coming to Xbox, and Sony owns the IP Helldivers 2. So that means that this was a 100% Sony decision that this game is coming to Xbox. And so I was entertaining myself looking at the videos of the Xbox people laughing and yah. And I was also entertained by noticing that some loudmouth fanboys have been silent. So I got a little bit of entertainment out of that. So I'll be watching that situation for entertainment purposes for the next couple of days. Even though I don't really participate in the console war, I still can't escape it because it shows up on my timeline on Twitter, because I do follow a lot of Xbox and PlayStation people. Hold on, folks.
Miguel, Da Drive S Bad, said, "Hey Lincoln, how are you today?"
Miguel, how you doing? How you doing, my guy? Some really unfortunate, really unfortunate what happened to you in a couple of those races yesterday. But I got mine this morning. I went into a race and I couldn't even get out of turn one before I got spun around and sent into the wall. When I jump back into LeMans Ultimate, I'm probably going to look for the intermediate race because, as I've said before in previous streams, everybody in the intermediate races usually have at least a silver driver rating, and in the gold they usually have a gold. Gold floodgates are open on both sides. Yeah, I definitely hear you, DJ. So, in most cases, it's all good. You were doing the best out of all of us by far last night.
You were doing the best out of all of us by far last night.
Yeah, I was just trying to stay alive. that particular race at Sebring is one race where you cannot try to look at other people's lap times, because from what I'm seeing, the conditions are changing each race. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before in sim racing. I've seen some, when I've checked the leaderboard, I've seen some people turn in 204s. And I'm guessing that whenever the track was dry, I don't know if they went to slicks or whatever the case may be. But in practice, I turned in a 209, but in the actual race, because the race was wet, I think my best lap might have been a 212.7. So it's something you can't really pay attention to. Best thing I can say about that is just keep the car on the track and wait for everybody else to go off and drive through it if you're fortunate enough not to get collected. So getting into this quick subject, spent about 10-15 minutes on this subject real quick. I've done it numerous times, but this is just a reminder that when it comes to sim racing,
Miguel,
some of you people see the
S
equipment
bad.
that I'm sitting in,
Said.
and some of
Yeah,
you
that's
know that I
damage
built
and pit
a
for
pretty
slicks
beefy
to get
PC
FL.
with a 4090 in it, and it cost me about $4,000 to build that PC. And you know, hindsight's 2020. I didn't have to spend that much money, but at the time that I built this computer, ACC was still my favorite sim, and the VR on it was dog shit. So I had to build the best computer that I could in order to get the best visuals and the best performance. If I had a chance to do it all over again, I would not need to spend the money that I spent. So yeah, sim racing doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, starting straight from the bottom, if you're fine with using an Xbox or a PlayStation controller, playing on console and just coming home and play Forza or play GT7, that's probably your cheapest upfront cost, because you can probably get a used Series X for $200, and I've seen on eBay you can get used PlayStations for $300. Use the controller, hop on, that's that. The drawback is that both of those consoles require some kind of service in order to play online. With the PlayStation, you are required to have PlayStation Plus in order to play online, which is $80 a year for PlayStation. What, the bare minimum for essentials? That's $80 a year, and over the course of 5 years, you're gonna add another $400 to the cost of that console. So it may have the cheapest upfront cost, but I don't think it has the cheapest long-term cost. And then over on the Xbox side, yeah, the console, you can probably get a used one for $200, but you are required to have Game Pass Core in order to play online, which that costs $10 a month, because Xbox they don't do the yearly shit anymore like they used to. Now it's $10 a month, so that's costing you $120 a year. So what's that, over a 5-year stretch? You looking at $600. So those have the cheapest barrier to entry, but not the cheapest long-term cost. Now, if you want to experience sim racing on the level that I'm experiencing in terms of the equipment and that kind of stuff, you can do it and don't have to spend the amount of money that I've spent. And so you guys seen the cockpit that I've sit in. I spent almost $1,000 for that. My wheelbase alone was $1,200. You know, I have 2 racing wheels, which combined, I paid about like $570 for that. My pedals were $370. So the wheelbase, the wheels, plus the pedals, we're talking over $2,000 for that. And then, as I said before, you know, I spent $4,000 building a PC. So yeah,
Miguel,
we're looking at
S bad.
We're looking at $6,000.
I run a 9070
You don't even
XT.
have to pay
Pretty
half
good
of that.
experience for the price.
You can probably get away with with an experience similar to what I'm having for in my opinion, $1,500 or less. And that's possibly including a VR headset. Let's see here, Miguel. You said, yeah, I run a 9070 XT, pretty expensive for the price. Yeah, but again, you don't have to let's start with the rig, which you guys see here. I've got an Amazon page pulled up. The rig that I'm sitting in, a racing cockpit, is a GT Omega Prime, which I said was almost $1,000. And for the wheelbase that I have, yes, I did need this type of a rig. It's an aluminum extrusion rig, and my wheelbase is 20 Newton meters. And hindsight is 20/20, but if I had a chance to do it all over again, I wouldn't buy this wheelbase. Not because of whether it's a bad one or not. It's overkill. It's got more power than I need. But Fanatec was pulling some bullshit. I normally pre-ordered the CSL DD along with the booster pack, which was $500, and Fanatec was pulling some bullshit at the time because of COVID and the ships supposedly being stuck in the harbor and stuff like that. So I kept getting emails that my wheelbase had been pushed back another 3 months, this. After a while, I got tired of waiting, so I went to the Fanatec website, and the Podium DD1 was the only thing that was available and ready to ship immediately, so I paid $1,200 for that wheelbase. But because of availability and competition and shit like that, I would not do that again. So let's start again. If you want to have a experience similar to what I'm having in terms of sitting in a cockpit, having a good wheelbase, and having a good PC to run it, this is mainly what I'm trying to get across to you guys. So let's start with the wheelbase, and you guys see right here that I'm showing on the Amazon page right here, this Murata Racing Sim cockpit with comfortable seat for Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, yada, yada, yada. It's $315, and that is a solid looking wheelbase. And to me, this thing looks like it's solid enough that it could probably withstand a wheelbase that goes up to 10 Newton meters, maybe even 12. It looks like a solid design, $315. 1/3 of what I paid for mine, and this comes with the seat. Hindsight is always 20/20.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
I wish I didn't go Logitech Pro since I very quickly stopped PS5 games anyway. Yeah, definitely get where you're coming from there, Miguel. So there it is right there. A very formidable wheelbase cockpit that will get the job done for $315. If I had a chance to do it all over again, I might have got something like this and saved a ton of money. Next, we move on to the wheelbase. Now, if you want bottom of the barrel, you can get one off of Walmart for like $65, but those wheelbases don't have any force feedback. But in terms of talking to force feedback, let me go to the Walmart website, because there was a Logitech there, I think for like $219. Racing wheel. So right here at the top, you see these Logitech G29s, $329. But right here, this Logitech G920 dual motor feedback driving force racing wheel with pedals for Xbox One. This looks like it looks like it's on sale for $216. It looks like that's the cheapest you can get that has force feedback. But in terms of direct drive, the cheapest you could probably go in terms of in terms of the entire bundle, might be the Camus. Might be the Camus C5 bundle. So we'll go to wheelbases right here, Camus C12. We'll just click on wheelbases. So there's the wheel at $249. That center part right there on the wheel, that is also the motor. So there is no separate wheelbase to buy. So right here, this bundle, you have the wheel and wheelbase in one, the pedals, and this clamp. This desk clamp is also a fan, so you would definitely need that. And that was, I think, $329. So as far as direct drive wheelbases goes, that's probably going to be the cheapest. The problem with that is that if you plan to use it on consoles, you'll probably need some kind of adapter like Drive Hub. I bought one for the PS5, and at the time that I bought it was years ago, it was $90, but you could probably get one of those for half of that off eBay.
Miguel, Drive S bad.
I think this Camus
C5 R3 is $300, also a good option.
C12. Direct drive wheelbase right here. I think this is a fair deal because this is 12 Newton meters of torque. A Moza R3 is $300. That's also a good option. Yeah, the problem with that is I don't like that amount of Newton meter of torque. It's 3 Newton meters of torque. I think for the extra $30, I think the Camus might be a better deal because you're getting 5 Newton meters of torque versus 3. But that's still not a bad deal. So there's that. But I think the best all around way to go might be the Thrustmaster 498. Now that does cost $500. I'm sorry. But I think the benefits of that. Let me go back to Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster T598. I want to go to the site directly. So yeah, this bundle right here is $499. This works on PC, PS4, and PS5. I think this is a decent all-around deal. I think this wheelbase is 5 Newton meters of torque. You get the wheel and the pedals. So yeah, bottom line is you can get a wheelbase and pedals for anywhere between $300 and $500. And then I just showed you guys that you can get this solid base right here, this solid rig for $315. So now we're up to like $615. And then the PC. I would recommend going with a PC rather than a console because, again, with a console, you're going to pay extra money on the back end because of PlayStation Plus or Game Pass Core in order to play online. That's not the case with PC. There is, unless you go iRacing, there is no monthly subscription. You buy the game and that's the end of it. Now, when it comes to a PC, there's always this argument that you can't build a PC for what you get with a PlayStation 5. If you're willing to buy secondhand parts, you can build a PC that can match or outperform the PS5 for around the same money. I've made comparisons. I've done testing in the past, and I think the PS5 is about the equivalent of a 2070. And so you go over to eBay here. We'll come back to this PSU here in a second, but A 2070. Right here, a 2070 Super. Right there, right out the gate, $205 or best offer. And then the CPU, just to throw one out there, let's go with an i7. i7 9700K. I've had one of those before. So let's skip this China shit. Right here, $140 or best offer. Let's see here. We got one. This is current bid, $103. I don't even Lithuania, China. No, I'm not messing with any of that. So we'll just go with that top one that we saw right here for $140 or best offer. You know, you might be able to knock them down to 120. So now we're looking at $315 for the cockpit, anywhere from $300 to $500 for the wheelbase. So now we're up to $615. And then we just took a look at the GPU 2070 for $200 a best offer. And then this CPU, the i7 9700K, for $140 a best offer. And then when you look at the PSUs, hell, you can offer eBay, you can get 1,000-watt PSU for $50. And the PS5, I believe, uses a custom 300-watt power supply. So you could probably, hell, you can even go into Best Buy and buy a 600-watt power supply for $50. And then, you know, on eBay, or you can find a super cheap PC case, I think, for $50 or less. Let's look. Yeah, here's one right here for $65. This Montech X3. Here's another one, $57. This DIY PC. Right here, this micro ATX tower for $50. So yeah, some really nice looking PC cases for around $50. Then let me see here, the motherboard. You could probably get some. I think motherboards are cheap. I mean, you can walk into a Best Buy and get a motherboard. It's like as cheap as, I think as cheap as like $80, but for the point of staying on secondhand parts. Okay, here's a DDR4 motherboard. It looks like this one has the CPU included. An i5 6600 for $70. Here's one for $60. This Gigabyte B450M. And then RAM. Let's just say 16 gigabytes of RAM. DDR4. Right there, $30. Hell, even down here, $21 a best offer. Shit, $13. That's 8 gigabytes though. So now, if you want to throw VR into the mix, that's probably where you're going to have to spend an extra few dollars. I think that's going to depend. Like, if you want to throw VR into the mix, you don't have to change a thing as far as the cockpit goes. You can still stick with the cockpit that I recommend. You can still stick with the wheelbase. But the PC, that's where you're going to have to spend a few extra dollars. you can go to the Best Buy website right here and let's clear that, because 5070s are available now. You're not going through that bullshit anymore. You can walk into a Best Buy now and get one right off the shelf or whatever. So right here, you have the GeForce 5070 for $549. That's what the retail price is supposed to be, minimum for 5070. And a 5070, in my opinion, is about the equivalent of a 3080. So, I mean, a 3080 Ti, because I think as far as, you know, VR sim racing goes, I think this 5070 3080 Ti is probably the minimum. And they, give or take, they're going for about the same price. And like, I can click this right now. It's already added to the cart. I don't have to go through any of this bullshit or wait in line, yada, yada, yada. Right there. Now it says ready for pickup Thursday, July 10th. Available at another store 9 miles away. I can walk into this store and get it right now. So, so that bullshit with GPUs getting really hard to get, that's kind of gone. But I would recommend going this route now because the 5070s are available now. But when the 5070s weren't available, my recommendation was to get a 3080 Ti. The biggest problems with the 3080 Ti is that these 3000 cars do pour out a lot of heat. They also draw more power. So I think if you're going to spend about $550, I think going with a 5070 would be the better route. Less power draw, less doesn't run as hot. This cooler. So, but here's a 3080 Ti for $450. Let's see here, right here, another one for $480 or best offer. So I think, you know, these eBay people, they know the deal. They know when these things are becoming available and they have to lower their prices. A month ago, maybe even a couple of months ago, I was checking the temperature on eBay for the 3080 Ti's, and they were still going for anywhere between $500 and $700. But now that you can walk into a Best Buy to get one, they got to lower their price in order to entice you to buy theirs. So yeah, I mean, so I would recommend a 3080 Ti if you can't get your hands on a 5070. But if the 5070s are available, I would recommend going in there to get a 5070. And then as far as the VR headset goes, I could easily recommend like a Quest 2 off of eBay. You might be able to catch one of those for like $100, but I would recommend going with a Quest 3S. If you want to try to get a brand new headset at the cheapest price. But for curiosity's sake, let's see if anybody's selling the headset. Headset only. You're gonna need the controllers, but there you go. One as cheap as $44, but you're gonna still need controllers with that. I mean, I guess you could probably get away without the controllers because you could use hand tracking. You could use you could use hand tracking to navigate. So yeah, you could get away without controllers, but I would rather have controllers. But I would recommend just getting the 3S. And but if you don't mind spending a couple $100 more, then I would recommend getting the Quest 3. So we'll get ready to jump into LeMans Ultimate here in a couple of minutes. But I just wanted to remind you that you guys do not have to spend, $6,000-$7,000 like I did, and that's just on the setup. That's just on the setup that I'm sitting at. That doesn't include all the other headsets that I bought, all the money I spent building other PCs, other wheelbases that I bought, all that shit. Like this directly what I'm sitting at right here. Yeah, we're looking at, I don't know, to be precise, we're looking at about $7,000. $4,000 for the PC and about $3,000 for the cockpit and the wheelbase and all that shit. So no, you don't have to spend that amount of money. Like I said, you can get what I think is a comparable experience to what I'm having for $1,500. You can build a really good PC for anywhere from $500 to $1,000. You can build a good PC, depending on whether you want to race flat screen or whether you want to race in VR. So yeah, it doesn't have to be expensive. Where are we now? So, all right, let's get ready to jump into LeMans Ultimate. So yeah, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for that shit. And now if you want something that looks like the space station or NASA headquarters, then yeah, you're gonna pay. But I never
Nara NK9.
I never
said,
subscribed to this philosophy that
Ti
gaming is an
16 GB
expensive
of home
hobby.
be sufficient for VR
Gaming
and
is
racing
not
games.
some caviar and fine wine hobby that only the middle and upper class can afford. Gaming and sim racing, I feel the same about both. It's only as expensive as you make it. 5060 Ti 16 gigabit will be sufficient for VR and racing games. Yeah, it's hard for me to argue with that. If you have if that's what you're working with and it's working for you, then I definitely can't argue with that. So the reason why I recommended like a 3080 Ti or a 5070 is because it'll cover you across the board. Your PC will pretty much run any racing game in VR. There's some racing games that are highly demanding in VR, and some of them are optimized and look like dog shit. Like ACC being one of them. It looks like dog shit. You need a very beefy PC in order to make it run good and look good. And that's why I spent so much money building the PC that I did, because I wanted the game to look good and run good. The other games out there, Automobile Institute, it is demanding, but it will still run on just about any mid-grade PC. All right, let's jump in. Oops. So I probably spent more time talking about that than I wanted to, but I just have to give periodic reminders that if you want to have a really good experience in sim racing, you don't have to spend crazy amounts of money. I think you can, if you have a job, you can experience, like I said, you can experience something comparable to what I'm experiencing for 1/3 of the money or less than what I spent. All right, we are booting up LeMans Ultimate. All right, let's see which daily races are available. I hate to have to do Sebring again, but damn. Here we go. We'll do this one. We'll do the 40-minute race. All right, we in there. 40-minute race. Going to be at least one pit stop. 1 second, folks. I need to turn on a light here because I'm getting a notification that I do not have enough lighting, so I don't want the headset shutting off on me in the middle of the race. There we go. I also need to turn on the AC because it's already getting warm in here. All right. We are good to go. This race starts in 1 minute, so there's no point in me going into a practice lobby. I can't check the leaderboard real quick though. For the GTEs. So hell, look at that. As far as GTE goes, I'm ranked 200, and I am 1.69, 1.67. off of the fastest lap. The fastest lap on here is a 140.3. So I am not that far off. As far as quali goes, I have made it to 141.8, but these are lap times in actual race. This is not quali. These are not quali times. This is race time. Let's go. I have preferred to enter this race because I am hoping this will be the race where I'm in there with people that have half a brain, because that's...
Joystick Guru said, "What game?"
This is LeMans Ultimate Joystick Guru. This is currently the, in my opinion, I think it's the best. It is the best sim racing game out there. All right, let's do a few laps. Oh. Look at that hypercar. Oh my God. He came barreling through there full speed. What an,
just 2 minutes left.
What an idiot.
It takes it is clear. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Nara and
Brakes are cold,
K9
be careful.
said, "Does e-racing have VR?" Joystick Guru said, 200 in the world on Gran Turismo?
Give me a second, because I'm gonna have to take a look at those comments so I can properly answer them. Okay, so does iRacing have VR? Yes, it does. But I have not played iRacing in years. At the last time I played iRacing, it was a case could have been made that it was the best optimized, the best running VR that I might have experienced at the time. However, the graphics were lacking. It was pretty simple. So I think at the time the VR was not very demanding, but because of this like graphics overhaul that iRacing overwent, I think a year or two ago, I think the VR is substantially more demanding. Joe, 200 in the world on Gran Turismo. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Joystick. So I guess I have to wait for you to be more specific about that before I answer that.
That's the end of the session. E5.
All right, so we've got 7 minutes of practice. And 4.5 laps. Something that I just thought about. When this race starts, I am going to leave the quali tires on this car because I'm not going to be able to overtake anybody in the first couple of laps. So why burn up some new tires? I'll leave the used tires on the car, and then when I come into the pits, I can put the new tires on there, and then I can, start strategizing from there when I'm going to start attacking people.
DJ_Stevens said, another graphical overhaul is coming again on a new engine at the beginning of 2026 for iRacing. Going to be even more demanding most likely.
I'm really curious about seeing what iRacing looks like.
It thinks it looks clear. All right,
in
Clay,
VR.
we've got 6 minutes to do the business.
And
The brakes are cold. Take it easy.
I saw that the iRacing was on sale for like...
Joystick Guru said, thought you said something different earlier. Never mind, huh?
No problem. But yeah, I saw DJ that iRacing's on sale for like 70% off. So I thought about, signing up for another year just to see what it looks like, because I still have content that I bought off of iRacing that I ended up having to leave it behind when I let my subscription expire.
The track temps increasing. It's now 22 Celsius.
Because from what everybody's saying, iRacing now has the best looking rain.
Okay, Clay, 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
DJ_Stevens said, it does have the best rain. You can see puddles on the ground.
With this game, you can see puddles on the ground, but it depends on the rain itself, because if it's like light rain, you may not see the puddles forming on the ground until well into the race. But if it's a heavy downpour, then yeah, after a few laps, you'll start seeing puddles accumulate.
DJ_Stevens
The
said,
leader has just done a
so you think it's a better
1:45.04.
strategy to keep the qualifying tires on and change when pitting?
Yeah,
How
because
long do tires take in LMU to change?
maybe about 15 seconds. But the thing about it is, I don't think you're going to make it through the whole race. This is a 40-minute race. I don't think you're going to make it through this race on one set of tires.
Only 2 more laps of fuel. Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace. Your rear brakes are getting pretty hot. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Your tyres are cold, watch out. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. You've got half your fuel left. You're 0.2 off the pace in Sector 2. You've only got enough fuel for this lap. 8th place. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. Okay, Clay. There's a faster car approaching. Pit crew's ready. To the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. That's the end of the session. E9.
That time was a 1:43.64.
Well, that puts me back up to 10th place. So yeah, DJ, to answer that question, I'm going to start this race on the used tires because look, I still got 95% of the tires left. The first couple of laps, nobody's really going to be able to do anything anyway because everybody's still going to be sorting shit out. So why burn up new tires trying to sort that shit out? I'll just go ahead and finish off these used tires, and then when I finally make my pit stop, then I'll put new tires on the car. You only have 8 tires to use, so if I start this race off with new tires, I will burn up the new tires, and then when I come into the pits, I will be forced to put these used tires back on that I used in quali. So I just might as well start the race on these used tires, and then like I said, you know, it'd be one thing if
and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
If I would have taken pole, then yeah, I would start on new tires. But I'm not in the pole. I'm only 10th place. So I'm going to be right there in the middle of the pack. So why burn up tires trying to fight through cars that I'm not going to be able to get through them until the first couple of laps. So I can go 14 laps, and that's 24. So I need to go 9, maybe 10 laps before I come into the pits. So let's get this strategy going right now. And when I come in, I'm going to put new mediums on the car. And that's pretty much it. That's going to be my strategy.
Formation lap has started.
And the reason why I'm picking like 9 or 10 laps to come in, so when I come in and get fuel, they're going to fill the tank up, and then I'll be able to go the rest of the way without making any more pit stops, unless I get into a unforeseen wreck.
Gaming Legends said, "Good luck, sir."
Thank you.
Go, go, go.
Thank you, Gaming Legends. Appreciate it. Ooh.
Yellow flag in Sector 1. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag Sector 1. Left side, clear left. Clear left.
Traffic's moving slower than I thought it would. And then I had a couple of knuckleheads behind me acting like they were going to lunge. Right there, that guy right there in the Ferrari. Oh my God. What?
Car right, clear right. The bodywork's in pretty bad shape. Car right.
These, oh my God. I guess today's the day for idiots. Look at this idiot right here in the Ferrari. Look, what is this dude doing? He already caused this big pileup. They already got me wanting to quit this race. What an idiot.
That time was a 2:03.04.
I got hit by 2 idiots already. And that's why I picked this race, because I thought I was getting away from the idiots.
Gaming Legends said, "They must be using mouse and keyboard to steer."
The thing about this race, Gaming Legends, is you have to meet a certain safety rating requirement. A lot of times with these intermediate races, you have to be at least silver safety rating. So they all know how to drive, or at least they should. And I think this is a simple case of a couple of idiots taking unnecessary chances. I'm not gonna lie, I was so mad
Yellow flag.
that
Sector 1 is yellow.
I deliberately slowed everybody down in the chicanes. I put my car right in the middle of the track so nobody could get past me.
Green flag, sector 2.
Because one idiot came in there and messed up everything for everybody. Now this guy right here in front of me, in that McLaren, he's on some borderline stupid shit.
V3 has gone off. Green flag, sector 3. Ahead is now 0.8. Pit window is open. We'll need to pit for fuel by lap 15. That was 143.63.
Craig the tech guy said, "Is this Mass Effect?"
Craig already ran into a couple of massive idiots. Gap to E12 in front is now 0.8. Oh, there was a massive wreck up there. Oh my goodness.
Next line, sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag, sector 1. It looks like Eric has spun off. Flag in sector 1. Green flag in sector 3. The yellow. Okay, Clay. The next car is Ned. Incident for Sector 1, yellow flag. We think Paul and Eric binned it. Sector 1 is green, being caught by the faster class. Blue flag. Clear right. The gap in front is now 0.9. Green flag, 10th position. Past the car behind. Clear right. Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars behind. Clear left. Blue flag. Clear right. Right side's clear. Blue flag. Car behind's a faster class. Right side's clear.
Time 1:45.07.
Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars behind you. They're racing for position. Car clear right. Green flag in Sector 1. Blue flag. Second clear left. It looks like Robert has crashed. Clear left. Okay, Clay, you're reeling. Ned, the gap is now 0.8. There's a faster class car approaching. Sector 1, yellow flag. We think that Onfer has gone off. Yellow flag, Sector 3.
Is he going on the grass?
Relax, focus, keep it smooth. E9. Clear left. The guy in front is Herb. Sector 1 is now green. Looks like the leader's gone off. Matt is now in the lead. Sector 3 is clear. Gap to Ned behind is increasing. It's now 1.0 seconds. E8. Okay, it's stop requested. Is ready. Sector 3 is now yellow. We think Confer has binned it. Expect to exit the pits in position 12. Sector 3 is clear, green flag.
Lap 150.33.
I've taken on a lot of damage, so this is probably going to be a little bit of a lengthy pit stop. 69 seconds. And on top of that, because I'm getting new tires, it's going to take quite a while for them to warm up. I'm probably going to throw away about another 3 laps waiting for those tires to warm up, meaning that my lap times are going to suffer. So the idiots that ran into me, whatever, I'm over it now. So let's just buckle down and do whatever we can.
There's a car approaching. Stay behind the line. Blue flag. There's a faster car approaching. He's racing us for position. Don't expect a blue flag. Let's get some heat into these brakes. Right side's clear.
Oof. Oh!
Blue flag. Clear right. Okay, Clay, double chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left. We're halfway through. That's the car behind. This guy's their class leader. Yellow flag, sector 3. Blue flag. We think that Prince has stacked it. Sector 3 is now clear.
That time was a
8:12.
3:20.06.
There's a group of faster cars approaching. They're fighting for position. The class leaders in the group.
Oh my God. Thank you, Hypercar.
Clear right. There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you. These guys are scrapping for position. Alright, Clay, halfway home. Feels good. There's a faster car approaching.
Damn, more Hypercars coming. Damn.
Blue flag. Right side's clear. Clear left. Blue flag. Matt is hunting for position 1. Looks like he'll come out just in front of you. Okay, Clay, there's a faster class car approaching. Francois is leading the race.
Oh.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag Sector 3.
Lap 144.56.
Damn it. The tire's still not warmed up yet.
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go. Blue flag. Track temperature left, clear left. There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you. Blue flag. Attention to track limits, please, Clay. Francois, he's entering the pits. He's in P1. It looks like he'll come out just behind you. The leader, Francois, is pitting. Car right, clear right. Gap to P5. Behind us now, 2.1 seconds. 1 lap ahead.
Lap 144.80.
Matt is now leading. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Green flag in Sector 2. B12. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. Air temperature rising. It's now 20 Celsius. That's the quickest lap for your class. That lap time was 142.76. Incidents in Sector 2, yellow flag. We can see LAC has gone off. Okay, Clay, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag. Right side's clear.
Lost a lot of time having to let that hypercar go through.
Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag in Sector 3. There's a faster class car behind. Blue flag.
Lap 143.35.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Flag. Clear left. Clear left. Blue flag. Alright Clay, there's a faster car approaching. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Faster cars approaching. Blue flag. That lap was a 143.300. Green flag, Sector 2. We think Roberts has binned it. Blue flag, past the car behind. The next car is Roberts.
That time was a 142.51.
Damn, I pushed it again.
Sector 3 is yellow. You've used half your fuel. Okay, Clay, there's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. sector 1. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. You've just done a 1:43.91. Faster car approaching, blue flag. Clear right. Flag in sector 1. Yellow flag sector 2. That was a 1:43.32. Sector 1 is green. We think that Danny has binned it. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is green. It looks like Kyle has binned it. We think Griffith has stacked it. Sector 3 is green. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Car in front is on.
Lap 1:43.52.
Blue flag. Yellow flag. Alright, Clay. There's a faster class car approaching. Sector 2 is clear. Clear left. Last lap, sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Okay, pit stop requested. V12. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
That was a rather unforgettable race. Let me rephrase that. That was a race that I would like to forget. A couple of idiots hit me. The first one was the big one. Not only that, I allowed my temper to get the better of me, and I deliberately tried to slow the rest of the pack down, and that caused me to lose a lot of time. Well, I'll do this and jump in here with these idiots. And let's see what I got for rank. Oof. Just cannot stay silver. Every time I get the silver, something happens. Whether it's idiots, whether it's something with a game possibly crashing, what have you. But it seems impossible to remain at silver. So, because of the amount of rank that I lost, along with the amount of people that's registered for this race, I am probably going to be in split 2 or split 3, which means weaker competition, but that also means more idiots. All right, let's hop on in. And as expected, I am in split 2.
Gaming Legends said, "You're the Godfather, just as thought you cleared it they dragged you back down."
Hey, thanks for that, Gaming Legends.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
So I'm in split 2. Wet race equals more idiots and the higher probability of a wreck with stupid idiots dive bombing and braking too late, because these tires are going to be like, they're going to be like banana peels. Even if they're wet, tires on a wet track, they're still going to be like banana peels.
The pit exit's clear. Your brakes are cold. Let's get some heat into them. Flag in sector 2. We can see Bell has gone off. That's the end of the session. E5.
Oh my God. Look at this. Split 2, I'm ranked 21st. That tells you what a massive hit that I took from that last race, losing rank. So today I've lost a total of 13% rank. I lost 8% that last race and lost 5% from a race this morning. Oh my Lord. I know I won't finish 21st, but it's still a blow to my ego.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now. We've got 4 minutes to get the job done. We've got cold brakes all round. Be careful. E14. Temperature's decreasing. It's now 30 Celsius. Fastest lap for Nico, 2:14.35. That's a new fastest lap for Lee, 2:13.58. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Fastest lap for Raptor, 2:12.79.
Time 2:30.98.
Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Damn! Should have kept it in first.
Sector 1 is 0.40 off the pace. Fastest lap for Varga, 2:12.02. That's the end of the session, P7.
Time was a 2:30.38.
So the fastest lap so far is a 2:12 flat, and I got a 2:13.3. I mean, but I've done a 2:12.7 on here before. I've gotten into the 2:12, so. But I think the conditions are not the same for every one of these sessions. So I think the rain comes down randomly. So there's still 1, 2, 3 cars out there that could possibly beat me. Somebody still out there? Yeah. There's one more car still out there.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Make sure I got wets on here. 10.6. 10.6. So I qualified 9th, but I'm ranked 21st, meaning I was expected to finish 21st. So if I finish in the upper half, I should get a significant amount of rank back. But if I get lucky enough to get a podium, that would be huge. And, you know, it might be enough to get me back to silver. Who knows? That's assuming we survive this race. Split 2. The lower half of this split are probably going to be idiots.
Formation lap has started. Green flag. Go. Green flag.
On clear right. Looks like we're on your clear right. Green flag in sector 1. Jensen is leading the race. Well done, Clay. Good start. Gap out behind is now 0.8. Okay, Clay, it looks like it's stopped raining. Lee is now in the lead. Yellow flag sector 3. 2, 20, E7. 4. Car in front is Wolf. Sector 3 is clear. The gap to 6th place ahead is now 0.8. Leader is now on wets. The leader's just done a 213.78. The guy behind has just done a 213.25. Flag. 15 minutes left. Sector 1 is clear. Left side, clear left. Clear left. Okay, Clay. Don't let this guy distract you. It's just a scratch, ignore it. Carla, clear left. Yellow flag, sector 2. Don't let him get away. It looks like Gerald has stepped in. The next car is Johnson. There's a new fastest lap for Lee, 213.03.
Time 2:50.
P8. Well done. Nice front now. The car in front of us is Kakao. Yellow flag, caution. We can see Keppel has gone off. Green flag, sector 1. To P6 in front is now 0.7. Alright Clay, it's starting to drizzle. just done a 211.89. Fastest lap for Bracton, 211.87. 7th position. Bracton is now leading. To go. That's 10 minutes left. Okay, Clay, we're halfway home. Stay focused. We're still in this. Gap 2, back out. Ahead is now 0.7.
Damn it.
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. Oyala is now leading. Yellow flag, new fastest lap for Potter, 211.66. We're halfway home, we're okay on fuel. No more rain. To B6, ahead is now 2.1 seconds. Green flag in sector 3. Fastest lap for Potter, 211.58. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Damn it.
The gap ahead is now 2.7.
Just gave away all that extra time I gained.
Okay, Clay, you've got half your fuel left. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. That's a new fastest lap for Oyala, 2:11.25. That was 2:13.04. Raptor is leading the race. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Gap to 6th place. In front is now 1.1 seconds. P7. The guy in front has just done up to 11.39. Good lap. That's your quickest today. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Oyala is now in the lead. We think Jensen has binned it. Green flag in sector 1. Sector 3 is yellow. We think that Wolf has binned it. 1 more to go.
9-1.
The gap to P5 ahead is increasing. It's now 1.0 seconds.
Whoa! Oh, he's 16.
P6. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
That should get me a good amount of rank. I came into this session ranked 21st, meaning I was expected to qualify 21st and I was expected to finish 21st. So I should get some pretty good rank out of this. See here, fastest lap was a 209.9. Damn. And I had a 210.9. So I was 1 second off the fastest lap. I'm all right. I'll take that. Still feel like I should have been faster though. Braking late because I didn't know how the track felt. I didn't know how wet or how dry the track was. So I don't know. A couple of times I pushed it and went off the mark. Where is this guy at? All right, that's everybody. Let's go see what we got for rank. Profile. Breakdown. Hell, they ain't give me shit. I was hoping for around 10%. They didn't give me shit. 21 minutes. How many people are registered for this race out of curiosity? 429. That's getting to be the norm with LeMans Ultimate. Weekly, let's see what we got here. This starts at 4 o'clock. That starts at 12. I think that starts at 6 o'clock. This is a 2.4 at Spa. If I do this race, it's going to be in the middle of the night because I've got a couple of things I got to take care of this evening. And so yeah, that would be in the middle of the evening, but it is the holiday weekend, so might be a good amount of people joining it. There's no leaderboard for this yet. So yeah, we're talking, if I were to do this, we might be talking like midnight Eastern time, because yeah, I don't think I'll get home before 10 o'clock. So speaking of which, I got to get ready to take off here because I have to go pick up a prescription and tie up a couple of other loose ends. So for the most part, couple of disastrous races, but we did recover. So if I do the 2.4, there's no rain involved in this 2.4. So let's see here. Where is the tire? Realistic tire wear. Looks like you got 10 tires to play with. So if I decide to do this, I need to practice before I actually go into the session, because what I don't want to do is burn up the tires for like 4 laps before I get into a groove. So I will be practicing offline if I decide to do this race. So when I come in to this session, I can try to turn in the fastest lap in the least amount of laps possible. So thanks for watching, everybody. So I will decide what I'm going to do as I'm tying up loose ends today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's see here. If I don't do that midnight stream, I might be looking to do a stream as soon as I wake up in the morning. Whenever it is, hope to see you there. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. And until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you.